The Film Room, I'm Kristen Ergel. Today we'll talk men's and women's hoops, recap the games, and have a preview of the next. We start with head men's basketball coach Matt Figure. Coach, at the beginning of the season, your team was picked to finish last. Now you're sitting in a 3 seed, heading into the conference tournament. You have been named OVC Coach of the Year. What does an honor like that mean to you?
It tells about the type of players I got, the type of individuals as far as their character as human beings. I've got a really good locker room, and any success that I've had is a credit to those guys.
I want to reflect back. Coming into the season, your group was one of the least experienced teams in the conference. You brought in most of your roster. What did you think was key in getting them to play as a unit so quickly?
I just wanted to have our locker room to have a solid foundation, to believe in one another, to depend on one another, to be consistent in who you are. That's kind of the biggest keys that we've, with our culture, is what we've established, is just be consistent in who you are as a person every day.
Let's go back to Thursday night. SIUE challenged you guys Thursday. Did withstanding that challenge tell you something about your team?
Yeah, I felt like that. SIUE played really well. I felt like our guys had their backs against the wall a lot of times in the game, and they stepped up and made plays when they needed to, and it talks about their belief in one another.
Saturday obviously was a strange night with 25 years experience. Have you ever seen anything quite like that, requiring so much cooperation between two rival schools in a uniquely challenging situation?
Never. No, I've never been in an experience, probably never will again. It's one of those things that, your first thought is just about the safety of everyone in the building. And then your second thought is, how do you finish? And fortunately we had a great group of people working here as fast as they possibly could, and we were able to get the game in.
The Racers were absolutely lights out in the second half of Saturday's game. Was that a shooting anomaly, or are there some adjustments you look to make defensively heading into the tournament?
Well, I give Murray credit. They're really good. They're probably the most underappreciated team in the country as far as a team. We've got to do a better job of containing the dribble. Our offense led to some of it because of our transition defense. With some of the shots we missed, didn't allow us to get back and get ourselves set. So we've got to get better in those areas.
You were an underdog last year at South Carolina and wound up in the Final Four. Can you see some parallels for this Govs team heading into the OVC tournament?
Well, the tournaments are always about the players. It's not about the coaches. It's not about X and O's. It's about guys stepping up and making big plays. Not wanting to put their uniforms up. It becomes, one of those kind of do or die situations where the team you're playing doesn't want their season to end, you don't want your season to end, and it makes for a lot of heroic action when kids step up out of their comfort zone and make plays.
Describe how you game plan from day to day during a tournament atmosphere with just a short turnaround.
We got to focus on us. We got to fine tune some things offensively and defensively. Just mainly stick to our principles and try to just be consistent again with our team and make a few adjustments whenever we play a certain opponent and just roll with who we are.
What's the biggest X factor for the Govs heading into the tournament?
Probably our ability or inability to be able to attack zones. Being able to, we've done a better job of it. Last week, Edwardsville played us some zone, and we did a better job of that. We just got to be, with our shots, our guards got to step up and make plays and not let teams pack in the lane, and we got to hit some open jump shots.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck. The Govs tip off in the OVC tournament Thursday at 8:30 in Evansville, playing the winner of Tennessee State and Eastern Illinois. Coming up, we talk women's hoops with Coach Miller. Welcome back. I'm with Coach David Medley. Coach, congratulations on making your third straight Ohio Valley Conference tournament. How does it feel to be back in that postseason?
Thank you. It's exciting. You played conference season since late December for this opportunity, and what's awaiting us Thursday in Evansville.
Let's look back this week. You had a really strong first half on the road at SIUE. How were you able to get the early jump on the Cougars?
Well, I think Roman and Kayla and Tiana have done a great job with our scouts this year, and the team has implemented it. And I thought we're ready for what SIUE was going to bring at us from what we had watched the previous few games on tape. And I thought our young ladies came out with a lot of effort and a lot of energy.
You had a hot hand early against Murray State. What kind of emotion and energy did the team have early in that rivalry game?
Well, senior night for Fallon and Bree Williams and Breanne Alexander, and the first time we played them, we didn't have the outcome we wanted as well too. So just a combination of those two things, as well as being at home, I think helped give us a good early start.
The offense outscored Murray State in 3 of the 4 quarters and in overtime. What was your evaluation of the ball movement against the Racers?
Overall, really good. We still need to continue to improve. Even at this time of year, you want to do your best the next 3 days of practice before we go play in the tournament. But against Murray State, I think we got really good shots, especially when it was crunch time at the last 5 minutes of the 4th quarter and overtime.
This will be the 3rd time you've played SIUE this season. What are the benefits of playing a team you know so well in a win or go home scenario?
Probably that there's not a whole lot of surprises. You've got to, you're just going to have to play better. That sounds kind of trite and short, but that's what it is. You know their personnel. You know for the most part what they're going to try to do offensively and defensively. There'll be a few wrinkles. We're going to try to put a few in as well too, but it's the team that is probably going to execute better and bring more effort and energy.
The tournament is no longer just down the road in Nashville. What challenges and positives does playing in Evansville at the acclaimed Ford Center present for this year's postseason run?
Well, first, the venue is great. The Ford Center is just going to be a first-class facility for our young ladies to play, and it'll give them a good tournament atmosphere. And hopefully it's not, but maybe 45 minutes further away than Nashville for our fans to get up there. They've been great this year. We had a great crowd at the Murray State game, and I hope a bunch of them make it up Thursday.
A great regular season for the Govs this year, the most wins since the 2003-2004 season. What made this group of Governors so successful this year?
I think they were a close-knit team, first off. When you know each other off the floor, I think you're able to say a little more to each other on the floor and hold each other accountable, and they're talented. We had won some really good games on the road. I think we finished a conference season fairly strong, playing pretty well even in some games that we lost, and I hope and I think we're playing our best basketball this time of year when we go to Evansville.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll be pulling for you. The women tip off Thursday at 3 o'clock against SIUE for the first round of the OVC tournament. Coming up, we go one-on-one with Trey Ivory. Welcome back. I'm with Trey Ivory, senior guard for the Governors. As a player, how do you classify those emotions you go through on senior night?
It was just a big night for me. I had a bunch of people come down from back home, and just everything that went on that night. The game lasting 5 hours, no one expected that. I remember that for the rest of my life.
Now, let's talk about that. You had quite the fan club for senior night. How special was it for that experience of playing in front of so many familiar faces?
It was a great experience. It was the first time that some of my people had seen me play in college. It was a great experience. My mom put it all together. She ran in like 2 vans and brought everyone down. It was just a special moment for me.
You had about 40, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's absolutely incredible. What a night. Now, going into the season, the Govs were picked to finish last. Now you guys are sitting with a first-round bye in the OVC tournament. What was the difference this season that none of the sports writers could anticipate?
They wasn't in the gym when Coach Fig first got here. He came in with the winning mindset. He told us from day one that he came here to win. I guess most people came in and thinking that it's his first year, he was just trying to get by, but he came in with the mindset to win an OVC championship, and he put us in the place to do it.
Absolutely. Now, you're one of the few veterans with extensive OVC tournament experience. What will it take for the Govs to hoist the trophy on Saturday night?
It would take us to play confidence, play together, play smart, and just leave it all out on the floor. If we do that, we should come out with a W each night.
Thanks so much. Best of luck. Now, both teams will travel to Evansville on Thursday for the OVC Championship tournaments. The women play at 3 o'clock and the men at 8:30 at the Ford Center. Follow our updates on our social media sites at Austin Peay WBB and Austin Peay MBB. Thanks for watching Inside the Film Room. I'm Kristen Ergel. We'll see you next time.